Good morning. This is a recording for Wednesday, October 11th. So without further ado, we're just going to jump in. After understanding what forgiveness is not, we must look deeply at what forgiveness is and the actual process of forgiving. None of us wants to have our life story be the sum of all the ways we have been hurt. We are not created to live in suffering and isolation. We are created to live in love and connection with one another. When there is a break in that connection, we must have a method of repair. So the method that Desmond and M4 Tutu offer in the Book of Forgiving is called the Fourfold Path of Forgiveness. The first step on the path is telling the story. Then comes naming the hurt, then granting forgiveness, and finally, renewing or releasing the relationship. The authors say, forgiveness is not new, and what we describe is what humans have been doing throughout history in every culture on the planet. The fourfold path probably goes back to Adam and Eve and that pesky apple. Yes, humans have been having to forgive each other for as long as we have been human. Let me read it again. Humans have been having to forgive each other for as long as we've been human. Evolutionary biologists suggest that we are hardwired to seek revenge and hurt back when we are hurt. This is how our ancestors survived when confronted by a threat, and this is our nature now in response to a threat. So what can we really do but retaliate when this is in our genes? If we're hit hard, we hit back even harder. As Darwin said, it's survival of the fittest, right? Well, not so fast. Here we have an opportunity to ask my favorite question. How true is that? There is no doubt that revenge is part of our evolutionary biology. But there is also no doubt that we are hardwired to forgive and reconnect. Primologists show that even monkeys seek to make amends. They extend their hands to one another and become very agitated when the group is not in harmony. For humans, the words sorry, joins please, and thank you among the earliest additions to a child's vocabulary. This thirst for harmony is why our hearts soar when we hear that someone who has been wrong has chosen to forgive. This is why the stories of forgiveness resonate so deeply. Somewhere in our heart of hearts, we know that forgiveness is truly the gateway to harmony and peace. The fact that we have an impulse toward revenge does not equate to a moral justification to hurt back when we are hurt. Just because we have an action hardwired in our brains and available to us does not mean we're justified in indulging this action. We all have impulses for aggression in many contexts, but we know we must not act on them all the time. We all have impulses for sex, but we understand that acting on those impulses is not always appropriate, so we contain ourselves. And although we are hardwired for revenge and aggression, scientists have also shown that we are hardwired for connection. Our brains want us to connect with other people. Indeed, shunning, a refusal to connect, has long been a form of punishment in individual relationships and in communities. We are social creatures, and our physical survival is just as dependent on happy relationships and social connections as it is on food, air, and water. But although all of this is true, this doesn't make forgiving any easier. When you are miserable and in pain, or when your world has been upended by a random and undeserved act of violence or cruelty. We will discuss all of this in a bit more depth in our following sessions, but now let's do a practice of Ho'oponopono, reminding ourselves that none of us wants to have our life story be the sum of all the ways we have been hurt, and that somewhere in our heart of hearts, we know that forgiveness is truly the gateway to harmony and peace. So, as always, take a comfortable position and take a few moments to settle. Settle into your body, into your heart, your mind. Settle into this moment, right here, right now. Your breath nice and soft, completely natural. As always, see if you can get a sense of spaciousness in your breathing, so that all the experiences of the present moment, physical sensations, thoughts, emotions, can simply flow through you as energy that they are, without struggle. Remember that Ho'oponopono consists of 5 phrases. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And I forgive myself. I'm not going to go into the detail of each phrase as we have been doing it for a while now. I'll just remind you that Ho'oponopono teaching is the practice of cleaning. You clean yourself of your own negative feelings to erase from your memory, from your consciousness, whatever negativity is associated with the hurt, whatever negativity is not working for you. You are expressing the fact that you are no longer wish to suffer from a current or past problem. So let's just do Ho'oponopono verses together. Simply repeat these 5 phrases over and over after me, and then I'll give you a couple of minutes to do it on your own. Whatever comes as you repeat the mantra, just take it in. Don't overanalyze. Trust the process. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And I forgive myself. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And I forgive myself. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And I forgive myself. I'm going to be silent now for about a minute, giving you an opportunity to directly connect with your experiences without the distraction of my voice. Enjoy it. Now take a nice breath in and out. Place your hands on your heart and thank yourself for this powerful work you've just done. With gratitude, send yourself loving kindness. Repeat after me, silently or out loud. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well in body and mind. May I feel safe, protected, at ease. May I know deep, natural peace. And as you gently let go of your practice, scan your body, notice what's going on for you right now, physically, emotionally, mentally. How are you, really? As you go through your day today, I invite you to reflect some more on our discussion today. Do you really want to have your life story be the sum of all the ways you have been hurt? Or is there some knowing within you that forgiveness is truly the gateway to harmony and peace? And be honest with yourself, that's the whole point. Whatever you feel and think is exactly where you are at right now. The sheer fact that you're going through the series and doing these practices is an indication enough that somewhere within you there is a willingness, however weak and weary, to forgive. To forgive yourself, to forgive your perpetrators, to forgive life itself, to break out of the trap of hurt and into the light of peace. Thank you so much for being here today. Have a beautiful day. And tomorrow is Lorna's breathing practice. I will see you on Friday.